Hello YouTube, this is Tracy, your political atheist. We're going to talk real quick about rent increase freezes in data centers. Over the last week, the mayor of New York City announced that there would be a 2-year rent hike freeze. That just means the slumlords cannot jack up the rent for 2 years. Now, why is Trump upset about this? But he owns luxury apartment complexes in Manhattan. He does not own any of the buildings that are affected by this. None of them. So technically, he shouldn't give two hills in hell. But it's just him saying, look at me, look at me. I'm irrelevant, I need to be relevant. Now, here's why I think that's a good thing. New York City is one of the most expensive cities in America. Well, let's face it, any large metro city like Detroit, New York, LA, Orlando, any of them are going to be insanely expensive, okay? It does not matter where they are, they're going to cost more. Now, let's move to data centers because I'm going to wrap them all together. We have communities across the country, council members across the country, who are forcing these into the communities, whether the citizens want them or not. And often citizens like myself have said, hell no. We don't even want, where the hell is that? Those nuclear plants right in our backyard, but we don't really have a choice. They're already here. They've been forced on us for decades. I'm going to take you down to the beach, I think. As close as I can get to it. But we've made it very clear that we do not want these data centers in our backyard. Now here's a couple of questions. If these data centers are so great, they're not environmentally dangerous, they don't do the noise pollution, why doesn't Larry Fink put them in his backyard? Why isn't there one in Elon Musk's neighborhood? What about Mar-a-Lago? Why don't you put one in there? You know, Trump has that big golf club in Juniper, Florida. It's about, a total of it is probably about 30 acres. The golf course itself is about 15 acres. You have a golf ball, a ball the size of a freaking egg. Did it really need that big of a space? No. You could totally put a data center in there. I mean, rip up the club, it's the clubhouse, the pools, the gym, yank out the golf club course, and there's a data center. Prime location, right on the beach. Can keep destroying the beach like it's already been done. Lived in Florida 21 years. In Lake County, Florida. We see, they're not being put there. The data centers are not being put where the elites go. Because they know what it really is. They know how awful the data centers really are. They know what they're actually going to be used for. That's why you do not see them into the neighborhoods of these elites. And you know what, darling? You never will. So now, if I have to go back to the question of why should we, citizens who say no to these, be forced to have them in our communities? If the people that make the most money from them won't allow them in their communities. America, 250 years of bullshit and hypocrisy. Yay. Now that brings me back to Trump and New York. Like I said, he does not own any of the buildings the slumlords own. However, He's still making a big deal about them. It's the idea that a socialist mayor doing what is best for the people that has upset him. Just like if these city councils across the country said no to Amazon, no to Google, this is not what our citizens want, it would completely erode the corporatocracy. That's what we're in. Now here's the finale of the whole thing. We are in a corporatocracy, a place where rent-free hikes are bad, but pushing data centers into communities and say no to them is good. I will leave you everything you need to look everything up in the description box. Until then, I'll see you next week.